It's Deidre. Am I the asshole for breaking up with a guy because he refused to delete the half-naked women on his phone? I, 52 female, broke up with my now ex-boyfriend, 39 male, for following tons of women who were half-naked and lying about it to me. At the beginning, we had discussed very clearly what we both expected and agreed upon things. One thing being that I don't feel comfortable with him following women that show off their body. You know what I mean. He told me that he would go through and delete all these things for me. I caught him once looking at these pictures of the women and reiterated what my expectations were. He apologized and said that it wouldn't happen again. The very next day, I caught him looking at these women again, sitting beside me on the couch. I immediately hopped up and told him that he had to go, that it wasn't okay for him to do that, and completely disrespect me. He started yelling, slamming his fists on the counter. He then told me that I was crazy and wrong for looking at his phone, even though I was just sitting next to him and looked over to see it. He's wanting to get back together. He's even told me that he has deleted everything from his social media. But when I checked, they're all still there. Tell me, am I the asshole for breaking up with him over that? You're not the asshole, but also, do you really think a guy with this maturity level, which is quite low, would be serious about dating a 52-year-old female? He's living fantasies. He's in fantasy land. He's enjoying these fantasies of naked women alongside enjoying the fantasy of dating his mommy. He's not serious. At 52 years old, you need to understand that younger guys don't want relationships. They're not trying to build something fulfilling. They are solely fulfilling their fantasies right under your nose, and you don't even see it. Never date this young. Chances are it has nothing to do with you and everything to do with their mommy issues. Am I the asshole for telling my husband, I'm sorry, but your breath smells like alcohol? We have a 3-week-old newborn baby. Baby wakes in the middle of the night for a feeding. Dad is trying to be sweet, but is obviously drunk and being unhelpful. I tell him, I'm sorry, babe, but your breath smells like alcohol. He throws a fit, cusses me out and berates me, tells me my daughter will see what he sees and will hate me and go running to him, slams doors and throws cushions off the couch, stomps on them and my pillows, slashed the bed with his disgusting shoes on, intentionally rubbing his shoes into my pillows while I feed the baby in the corner. Am I the asshole? No! I can't believe you guys even made it this far. I'm assuming this is not even the first time that you've seen this side of him. And you made a baby with that? Girl, I don't even think this is because he's an alcoholic. He just sounds like a jerk that deals with that jerkness by being an alcoholic. No, you're not the asshole, and please protect that baby. This man is a clown. He's doing clown behavior around your child. It's funny that you think you have one baby when you actually have like 2. Am I the asshole for trying to convince my friend group one of our friends is cheating on his girlfriend, but it turned out to be true? I really hate his girlfriend and wanted to start some drama to be funny, but now that I spread it around, everyone is saying it's an awful thing to do because she actually broke up with him. Why? Because he actually was. I, of course, didn't know this at the time and was just trying to be a minor annoyance, but it turns out she found out he for real was cheating and they split. Now everyone blames me for them getting apart, but I think I'm kind of the hero in this story. I may have started off with the wrong intent, but in the end, things ended off way better because of me, no? TLDR, I claimed friend was cheating. As a joke. He was. This is an easy one because if you are doing something solely for the sake of being an asshole, you are the asshole. Just because your poop comes out rainbow colored does not mean that it did not come from an asshole. Am I the asshole for smacking my nephew for spitting on me? I, 34 male, smacked my nephew, 14 male, today after he spat on me at the dinner table. I was sitting at the dinner table with my family this afternoon, and my nephew was squirting saliva out from underneath his tongue at people. When he did it to me, I was immediately grossed out and jumped up to go wash myself. As I was walking past his chair, I clipped him over the back of the head with an open hand. I did not hurt him, nor did I really think much of it at the time, but my family are very upset that I disciplined another person's child. Is it fair to say that I overreacted? My nephew is about 3 inches taller than me, and I sometimes forget that he's still a child. I just felt very disrespected for being spat on. I don't know, personally I can understand the reaction. I mean, this child is spitting at the dinner table, squirting saliva on his family at the dinner table, and none of them said anything? That's wild. I don't agree with hitting children, but I cannot help but notice your entire family. You are not the asshole, but I strongly recommend staying away from this child. If he's there, you mind your business. I don't think you're the asshole, but I also don't think that you need to be spending any more time around your big old nephew there. Am I the asshole for not paying my dad back after he technically owes me tens of thousands? For context, my dad, 60 male, cheated on my mom, had another family, and spent the college fund my mom had been saving for me since birth on the other woman. That's actually how my mom figured out he was cheating when I, 29 female, was around 15 years old. He was diagnosed as a narcissist and never talked about it with me. Never directly apologized. We sort of act like it never happened. He is not emotionally open. He wants to be close to me, but I have a wall up. Last year, when I was unemployed, he lent me $300. The other day, he called me saying that his wife told him it was actually $800. I sent him the receipt showing him it was $300. But honestly, I'm just sitting here like, it's $300. You're my dad, and you technically owe me tens of thousands. Would I be the asshole if I just didn't pay him back? He says a year is too long and I need to learn about responsibility. What should I tell him? Well, you could start by telling him exactly what you just told us, which was your mother had set aside several $1,000s for you to go to school, and he took it and used it to buy himself another wife and never gave it back to you. So, in this case, he can think of it as a payment towards the thousands of dollars that he owes you. And from this point on, I would say do not do money dealings with a narcissist. It doesn't work in your favor, especially if you are not in a position to immediately pay it back. It will get weird really fast. Don't be afraid to put your foot down because he does technically owe you and your mom a whole lot of money. $300 is pennies compared to what he actually owes you. Call him on it. Hold him to it. When you start talking about it, he's going to get really small and eventually stop asking you for that $300 because he does not want to be held accountable. Am I the asshole for mouthing off my parents for deleting my 13-year-old brother's Minecraft world? So about a week ago, my mother was getting mad at my little brother for sleeping late and threatened my little brother that if he slept late again, his Minecraft world would get deleted. He has spent 2 years on this Minecraft world, by the way. The next day, she finds out that my little brother was up basically all night playing Minecraft again and followed through with her threat of deleting his Minecraft world. My brother starts crying and shouting at my mother as to why she had to delete the world. In a blind fit of rage, I guess, I go to my mother and start absolutely calling her everything I could think of. I feel bad for saying the things I said, but at the same time, I feel like I had to do it after how shitty she handled the situation. No, you are not the asshole because that's 2 whole years of block placing. I find Minecraft very cathartic and therapeutic, and I think that mother doing what she did is akin to destroying a journal, an escape for her son. She destroyed a piece of his soul, basically. You are not the asshole, your brother is not the asshole, your mother is the asshole. Am I the asshole for telling my girl she can't sell her feet pics? My 17 male girlfriend recently turned 18 years old and signed up for Feet Finder. She said this in passing and I took it as a joke. But when I inquired about it further, she considered it a good side hustle. She even mentioned getting her toes done for pictures. Even if it doesn't go anywhere, the idea of her selling such pictures and profiting from it makes me feel icky. I've shut the idea down on multiple occasions. However, she is persistent on following through. It gives me an uncomfortable feeling to my stomach, and I want to know if I'm being dramatic or not. Okay, I understand where she's coming from. I understand where he's coming from. They're both really young, and I would say let her go. If she wants to do this, tell her sincerely how it makes you feel. Sounds like he's done that. And then it's up to her to decide if she wants to keep you or sell feet pics. Am I the asshole for breaking up with my boyfriend and meeting up with my ex? So I, female 24, just split up with my boyfriend, male 23. For the story, I'll call him Alfie. Hours ago, as I was just feeling the relationship and I still had some feelings and thoughts about my ex, male 22, let's call him Dave. Me and Dave split November 2024, and by late December, I was seeing Alfie. I did have some doubts about getting in the relationship and thought maybe I was rushing it. I continued the relationship with Alfie, as he was super amazing and wanted to really try. A few weeks down the line, I tried to end it with Alfie, but he wasn't really having it. So I said I'd try again and take things slow. Fast forward to a couple of days ago, Dave pulled up next to me as I was walking home, chatted, and asked if I wanted a lift home. I said yes. I later told Alfie I got a lift, which he said hurt him. Since I saw him, I couldn't stop thinking about Dave and realized I still want Dave. So last night, I broke up with Alfie, and he collected his stuff in the morning. Once he collected his things, I went into town to shop, but at the last minute, decided to meet Dave in town. Not even 2 minutes with him, and we see Alfie. I instantly felt awful and received some nasty texts saying I'm showing my true colors and I'm a terrible person, which I'm starting to think I am. I don't feel bad meeting Dave. It's what I want. And I'm single, so I can do what I like, but I can't help my feelings. Am I the asshole? Yes, you are the asshole. You are quite a large asshole. You don't seem to be able to make up your mind, and you don't seem to understand that you are dragging 2 men along with you as you do so. You are flying by the seat of your pants here. You are a feather in the wind. And when you live your life in that manner, you cannot be surprised when your life turns into a bunch of tornadoes in your path. It's sad that you're dragging these people along with you for the ride. And no, you weren't single. You were in a relationship and you dumped that guy because you decided you wanted a taste of Dave that week. Yes, you are the asshole. Am I the asshole for telling my neighbor her baby looks like Jeff Bezos? My neighbor had a baby, and everyone is saying how cute he is. I jokingly said, he kinda looks like a tiny Jeff Bezos. She got mad and said I was being rude. But like he's bald, he's serious, and I swear he's plotting world domination. She told me to never compare her baby to a billionaire again. I agreed, but Elon Musk would have been worse, right? I don't find Jeff Bezos attractive. I think that is kind of an asshole move, but I understand the impulsiveness of saying it. Because a lot of times it's true. Yeah.